Hey parents, what if I told you that the tantrums, the eye rolls, and the I hate you moments aren't just chaos, they're opportunities. Opportunities to raise kids who don't just obey out of fear but choose responsibility, faith, and integrity because it's who they are. Maybe you're exhausted from the power struggles, worried about the world's influence, or heartbroken watching them drift from God. I get it. But today, I'm handing you a proven roadmap. No guilt, no shouting matches, just biblical strategies that work. Don't click away. Because in 15 minutes, you'll learn how to turn bedtime meltdowns into discipleship moments, rebellion into connection, and fear into unshakable faith. And trust me, you can't afford to miss. Let's rewrite your parenting story starting now. Stay with me. Stick around. I'm revealing the one phrase that stops defiance in its tracks, and it's not because I said so. If you're ready to parent with purpose, not panic, hit subscribe. Thousands of moms and dads are already transforming their homes. You're next. And parents? God's got this. Let's start by considering my discussions with some parents in my sessions. I requested Jordan Lee, a 30-something parent of a 4-year-old, share one parenting win he had through the week, big or small, and one challenge he is navigating. He mentioned struggling with bedtime meltdowns. In his words, he said, "Well, my 4-year-old finally said please without being reminded. But bedtime meltdowns are still a nightmare." My response to him was, "That is a win worth celebrating." And those meltdowns? So draining. How many of you feel like some days it's 2 steps forward, 3 steps back? Anyone? You're not alone. Let's name those pain points. Tantrums, disrespect, screen time wars. What else? Let's move on. Emily Carter. A mom of a rebellious teen questioning faith, heartbroken by secular influences, said, "My teenager rolled her eyes and said, 'Church is boring. I'd rather hang with my friends.' It broke my heart." Ouch! That really hurts. We fear they'll drift from faith, right? But here's hope. Proverbs 22:6 says, "Start children off on the way they should go." Notice it doesn't say, "Force them to never question." It's a lifelong journey. Let's talk about how to disciple, not just discipline. I was asked by Maria Gomez, a Latina mom of a toddler, asking about grocery store discipline strategies. She said, "But how do I disciple a toddler screaming in the grocery store?" At this point, I chuckled hard. The grocery store showed down a rite of passage. "I want candy." In that moment, try the calm method. First, you need to connect. Squat to their eye level. Secondly, affirm. You're really upset because you want that candy. Then thirdly, lead. But we only buy what's on our list. Let's ask Jesus to help us make good choices. Finally, model grace. If you lose patience, apologize. "Mommy shouldn't have yelled. Let's try again." In response, Jordan Lee asked, "What if they keep screaming?" My response to this is, stay consistent. Calmly say, "I love you too much to argue," and follow through. It's exhausting, but repetition builds responsibility. For older kids, like your eye-rolling teen, instead of church is non-negotiable. Ask, "What's frustrating you about faith right now?" Listen, then share your story. I struggled at your age too. Let's explore answers together. At this moment, Emily Carter asked, "But what if she rejects God entirely?" Parents, listen. That fear keeps parents awake at night. Remember, your job isn't to control their faith, but to reflect Christ's love. Pray relentlessly. Love unconditionally. Trust God to work in their hearts. Pretend you're a teen who just said, "Praying is pointless." How would you respond? You're inviting dialogue, not debate. Now add a faith filter. What if we asked God to show us if He's real? Let's test it for a week. Faith becomes a partnership, not a power struggle. You get it? In the same, James Patel, an Indian American dad of a 10-year-old, frustrated by chore-resistant kids, said to me, "My 10-year-old won't do chores without bribes. How do I fix that?" Great question. Parents, learn to frame chores as stewardship. Let them understand that God gave us this home to care for, so let's honor Him by tidying up. When we're done, well, have time for fun. No bribe needed. If they refuse, let natural consequences teach. No chores done? No Wi-Fi password until it's finished. Stay calm, they'll learn responsibility. Jordan Lee asked, "What about guilt? I yelled at my son yesterday." At this moment, I gave him a gentle smile and responded, "Grace covers you too. Apologize. I was wrong to yell. Will you forgive me?" That models humility. Then reset. Tomorrow, let's both try again. Parenting isn't about perfection, it's pointing them to a perfect savior. I'm wrapping off. Parents, hope you are getting this right. You're not alone. God is with you. If you are getting blessed and inspired by this video session, hit the like button to show your support, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that when next I host a session on this channel, you can be alerted. Drop your questions and experience in the comment section. Hands out resources. Use these scripts and scriptures, and when you feel defeated, whisper, "Lord, parent through me." See you in my next video session. Bye for now.